Okay, I guess
It's
that
like
makes a degree of sense.
it's the
It's the API key. No, yeah, I know
It's
what
the
it is.
API
yeah.
key. No, I know
Well,
it
yeah,
is.
it's like the public-private key for SSH
Mm-hmm.
between
Oh,
us
okay.
and YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Between us and
Oh,
YouTube.
Oh, okay. That's cool that they do
oh,
that.
okay. That's cool that they do that.
So I think we're live. I can tell
Start
you.
saying bad words.
Should I start saying bad words and see?
We didn't say who was going to go.
Oh.
Oh. Hi, and welcome to Wheel Nerds. This is episode
And I'm Chuck.
238. I'm Todd.
We're going to be talking about motorcycles.
We're going to be
And
talking
this is
about
a tech
motorcycles.
Tech demo.
Tech demo. Wait.
That's like a THX chord, but like
That's like the
really
THX chord, but like really shitty.
It was definitely the really shitty part. Do I sound okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It all seems to be coming through. I mean, Lord knows
It all
if
seems to be
anybody
coming through. I
on
mean,
YouTube
Lord
can
knows
see
if
or
anybody
hear.
on YouTube
We are
can see or hear us.
public, but
We could just be
since we didn't
talking.
talk about it at
Yeah.
all,
Tell anyone.
the one person who is subscribed to our channel might get a notification.
Assuming they've got literally nothing
Assuming
else
they've
to
got
do.
literally nothing else
Literally
to do with their
nothing else
time.
to do.
I mean, in fairness, a lot of people.
I mean, in
have
fairness, a lot of
not
people
like a
have
really lot to do
not
right
like
now.
a really lot to do right now.
Yeah,
No
still,
judgment.
So, no judgment.
I hear, yeah. Couldn't tell from my kid. She's going to school every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Yeah. Wow.
We're
We're
bribing,
cajoling,
threatening,
bribing,
whatever,
threatening,
to get the kid. Although,
whatever to get the kid. Although the last week or so, my daughter wakes up in the morning. I mean, she wakes up before me, and she goes and starts working on school.
Wow, that's great.
I'm like,
She's well, I
wow,
wanna get it
that's
done
great.
so I
She's
can
like,
do
well,
fun
I
stuff.
want to get
I'm
it
like,
done with so I can do fun stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
yeah, all right,
All right.
cool,
Works for me.
all right,
Aw,
Take it.
works for me. I'll take
that's nice.
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Okay, so there's like a little bit of a delay
Yeah.
from
Okay.
Skype to
Yeah,
OBS.
okay.
Mhm.
And then from that to
Mhm.
YouTube.
It's not like desyncing us.
It's not
is it?
like
Because that would
desyncing
be
us, is
wall
it? Because
hilarious.
that would be wall hilarious.
Like, totally
We
out
had
of
to sync.
Well, we might be. I'm already starting to get a bit rate warning.
Mhm.
We were looking pretty good in the beginning.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe somebody.
Maybe somebody came downstairs and started watching TV here.
Shouldn't change the upload.
Shouldn't change the upload speed though.
It shouldn't, but yeah, it's a little weird right now. Well, right now it says we're healthy again. We're healthy with a poor
good.
connection.
Healthy is
really overselling us given the amount of whiskey
this
that's
bottle,
left in
which
this
is not
bottle,
much.
which is not
Oh
much.
my gosh, dude!
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, it's I
Not a lot in there.
not a lot in there.
You have been not having much to do.
Well, I've been
canoeing and I've been hiking and I've been drinking and playing video games. I have to be perfectly honest. My life has not actually changed as much as you might think.
That's sort of what I do.
That's
normally.
sort of what I do
The
normally.
biggest change for me is I haven't been writing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't really leave the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely
Yeah,
gone down
I
for me.
but that has
still
definitely
ride
gone down for
occasionally,
me.
like
I
to
still
go
ride
run errands or
occasionally,
whatever,
like
but,
to go
like,
run errands or
that's
whatever,
about
but like
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, I did get out a couple
Yeah, I
times,
did
which is,
get out a
you know,
couple
a rarity.
times, which
Some of it is, I
is,
think,
you
my
know, a
wife is
rarity.
like,
Some of
yeah,
it is I think my wife is like, yeah,
need to
you
number
you
one, get out of the
you
house, and
you need
take
to
a
number
shower,
one get out of the house.
and
Yeah, go
take a ride
this morning,
kind of thing.
kind of thing. So,
you know.
Okay, let's see. Let's both turn off our cameras and see
Okay.
if that
See if
helps.
our-
Okay,
it
see if our
improves.
bit rate improves.
The looks got better. That's
The
for God.
looks sure.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And
Whoa. Hello, I'm Todd. I'm a speaking logo.
let's see what the now we are a talking logo.
Yep.
Still
and,
is
and a really young Chuck. A young, clean-shaven Chuck with a neck.
when was that?
I don't know. It's a mighty young Chuck. That's for damn sure.
Uh-huh. And I will remove our video inputs entirely.
Oh, thank God I could pick my nose again. Oh,
Yeah, I can take these pants off.
yeah.
So,
Lovely.
Let's see. It's still complaining about our bit rate.
Okay,
But-
so it's just YouTube. I don't know. Who knows?
YouTube, my internet.
The internet's, well, the thing that I have been doing is been watching expectantly to see if anything comes from Fuel. Thus far, they've got pictures of the bicycles up, and they're like, "Look, the bicycles are part of some winery's fleet." I'm like,
Just what we need.
Huh?
Bunch of alcoholics on the road.
and,
And bicycles.
well, a bicycle makes a pretty good lifeboat. Let's be honest, on your car. If you're going out for a night of heavy drinking, you put the bicycle on top of the car in your bike rack, and you leave your car parked wherever, and you get on your bicycle and you take it home.
While you're drunk?
Or to your girlfriend's house. Yeah, why not?
That just seems like a recipe for disaster.
Oh, for hurting yourself? Oh, totally, yeah. But it's very difficult to kill anyone else on a bicycle, so it's a good trade-off, really, in the long run. I mean, it's a net gain. Let's go with that.
Yeah, I guess you'd only be hurting yourself and your loved ones.
Yeah.
But,
So.
yeah, I don't know. That just, yeah.
I'm gonna go with. It seemed like a good idea.
Have
at the
you
time.
done this?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times. Used to do it all the time.
How much did you get hurt?
Once.
Wow.
You know, in fairness, I'm probably not. Results not typical.
I'm impressed.
Even when I'm shit-faced, my natural balance is extremely good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can get my dumb self through a remarkable number of obstacles.
Holy shit, somebody's watching us.
Wow.
Or listening to us now.
Could be. But yeah, so you know, I don't recommend that as a safety procedure. And the Rochester cops were only slightly amused by it. I'm like, well, it was this or I drove a car, and I don't want to drive a car and hurt someone. And they're like,
Is it against the law to ride a bicycle drunk?
technically yes. They were like, all right, well, just go, stay safe, don't die.
Don't
Okay,
stay safe, don't die.
That's a fair assessment. And you know, I was going like 3 more blocks to my girlfriend's house, so whatever.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, you can also walk, but I got to be honest, if you're walking and you're drunk, it's even easier to get lost and hurt yourself.
Getting lost, I can believe. I've done the drunk walk from Tijuana back to the border several times.
Where am I?
I have ended up in parts of TJ that I could not find my way back to today if I needed to.
I'm looking for my wallet. It's gone, man. Just let it go. It's gone. It's just gone.
We had a pretty good idea that if we didn't hit the border fence within 30 minutes, we were going the wrong direction.
That's okay. I mean, you know, that's kind of similar, like how you find where you are on the beach, right? If your feet are wet, then you went the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't been riding. I just because I don't go out by myself.
Yeah.
I usually have my wife or kid with me. Yeah.
And the kid doesn't want to ride in the sidecar anymore?
She doesn't want to wear a helmet. And
I'm sure it's not just that the helmet's not too small for her.
we're not sure. I need to take her helmet shopping again. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of wondering if her head's big enough now to try that lid picker.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. I mean, you know, $15, right?
Yeah.
I actually recommended that to a bunch of my students this weekend. They're like, well, how do we figure out what helmet to buy right now without going and putting our heads in a bunch of helmets?
Right? Exactly. Yeah, that was my problem with Soph.
Let's not put heads in things. Ew. Yeah, so that was my answer. I mean, this is the day and age of lid picker. I mean, frankly, lid picker was fucking amazing anyway.
Yes.
But now it's really amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's been my
amazing.
problem. It's like I gotta, have her try.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, maybe kids' heads. I don't know when heads stop growing.
I want to say it's like the early teens, so
Okay.
she may be there.
She may be close. At least I'll get an idea, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell?
And I
What
still
what
have
have to lose?
I still have the lid picker stuff. So
Oh, if you still have the calipers, then it's like $5.
yeah, I just need to test results. But yeah, I mean, so the kid doesn't want to wear a helmet right at the moment, so we don't take the Euro.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's helmet's getting a little small on her, but my son is. She's like, "Oh, this helmet's a little small for me." I swear to God, I look right over her shoulder, and her brother's right there, like,
Me?
little shit's rubbing his hands together. I'm like, okay, I see how this is about to go.
Aww.
The full court press is on.
Aww.
Well, and this is the same kid who he every time Sidecarist comes, I like. He's like, Dad, you need this one, the yellow one. And he points to like the big yellow Goldwing with the fucking big Hannigan in the Hannigan ad.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, son, no. It's like, but both of us could be in that.
Easy.
Yeah, I know, but
The whole family could be in that.
yes, yeah.
Oh,
It's true.
are you still got the puppies? Are you still doing the?
No, the puppies have moved on.
Okay.
They one of them we handed them off to another foster because we were having some difficulties with them in the house. The other foster ended up foster failing one of them, kept the puppy. They're like, we love this puppy, we're keeping him. And the other one's gone on to a new home. So.
Oh. Okay. Nice.
Yep, I think my next one's going to be an old dog. I'm looking for something in a slightly grizzled Labrador.
Mm-hmm.
Who just wants to like go for a run once a day and then basically just lie around and hope food falls into its mouth.
Yeah. That's I always try to adopt seniors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been trying to ease the kids into the whole idea of a large dog because they're jumpy about big dogs for some reason, despite the fact that I adore big dogs. You know, the bigger and lumpier the better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been trying to ease into that.
Okay. Yeah, senior
And
could
then-
be. Yeah, you could bring them to the driveway and they can meet Go-Go.
Mm-hmm. I figured if we're desperate for a little dog interaction, I'd be like, hey, want us to walk your dogs?
Have you given thought to Halloween?
I don't know what the hell to do with Halloween, honestly. I mean, to be fair, we basically leave a bowl outside anyway.
Okay.
So like that's not too abnormal. And frankly, if people are like licking the bowl, they suck anyway. Yeah, I don't really know. That's a tricky one. And keep in mind, my daughter can't eat like 70% of the fucking candy.
Oh, well, fuck.
So it sucks for me because I don't get all the free candy. I mean, the dad taxes here are incredible. But it's not as much fun, because if you can't go to a Halloween party, because realistically we can't eat it anyway, so who cares?
Well, like you said, it's the dad tax. She's just collecting for the dad tax.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Just building it up. I don't know. We'll see what happens. My neighborhood's is dispersed enough that like there's no reason you have to come close to anybody to get candy.
Sure. My father-in-law has built a PVC slide.
Oh,
from
neat.
the
A friend
front
of mine made
door.
one of those too.
Yeah, from the front door to the bottom of the porch.
Okay.
I think we might do something like that, or we might just sit out in the driveway and just have like a folding table with candy on it.
Yeah. Catapult. You fling the candy at the kids from a distance.
I've heard of my wife brought up a catapult idea.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, we could do it from Sophie's room.
Mm-hmm. I think the thing to do would actually be to have the catapult in the backyard. And then once you get it ranged in, then you just, the kids show up and you're like, hold your bags out. And they're like, what? Hold your bag over the target.
Stand on the X.
Stand on the X and hold out your bag. Keep your eyes down.
It'll be fine.
Put the safety goggles on.
Put this welder's mask on. Where's your mom? She needs to sign this release.
Sign this form here. Initial here.
And, fortunately, my wife's a notary, so she can just notarize that right now.
Just take care of that. No problem. Excellent.
You
All right.
Get the air horn. Boop.
The klaxon goes and the red light begins to spin. Boop, 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 boop.
Little safety railing folds up around the kid. You sure this is safe? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all for, safety. It's
Safe.
all for,
Yeah.
for litigation safety.
You hear the siren, right? You might want
Safety
to
siren.
you might want to stand back behind that red line.
Yeah, you see that shield we've made there? Just stand like behind that. Yeah, no, look through the glass, not around the side.
Don't
Okay.
make eye contact.
If you want to put your hands up around the sides of your head, that's not a bad idea either. But that's up to you, really. You know.
You can hold your bag in front of you. If I was you, I'd hold it over my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it maybe duck down to create as small a target as possible.
This doesn't sound so much like a catapult to me as artillery.
Yeah, it's starting to sound more and more like that, isn't it?
I'm picturing my daughter sitting in one, just like spinning the wheels. Still.
You're standing in the front yard with a walkie-talkie. 3 degrees left. The distance, there's a... What was that, Mom? Hold up your bags, kids. And then Mom gets hit with a pile of candy, and you're like, one degree right.
Don't worry. That doesn't count.
Car roofs around you are staved in by candy at terminal velocity.
Just candy stains everywhere on the street. Neighbor's house.
The hard candies are hitting so hard there's no piece left of them that you can actually see with the naked eye.
Dogs are just licking the street.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with this. This seems completely reasonable.
Just got legs. I like it.
Yep.
Oh man. So have you been writing?
On and off. You know, like I said, I try to get both out at least once a week.
I need to do.
Honestly, for just like running errand bullshit, not for anything fun, generally speaking.
I've got an errand planned. I'm going to take the GS for that.
Yeah.
And then
Is it a fun errand or a just an excuse errand?
not fun, just it's actual errand. I have to go here, drop this off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll put the side cases on and go grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm. And if it happens to accidentally go over one of the canyons,
Well, these things happen.
it's the thing is, this city's really confusing, Chuck.
It is. It's very confusing with the numbers.
Yeah, one thing led to another, and the next thing you know, you're halfway up a canyon, breaking the speed limit by 20 miles an hour, and shit happens.
No. Riding at the posted limit.
Yeah, it's true. We always do ride at the posted
The
limit.
posted limit.
The posted limit.
The posted limit. And yeah, you might be on your way to, Wyoming, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where you can buy fireworks, beer, and porn at the same counter. Oh, and wheat now too.
In Wyoming?
Wait, no, that's Nevada.
That's Nevada, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You happen to be, you get lost. You wind up in Wyoming. You're like, well, since I'm in Wyoming, I guess I'll load up on beer, and I'll take the road through the mountains back. I suppose.
It happens.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that's been really interesting I've been doing lately is I've been trying to figure out ways to combine hobbies.
Okay.
So, like, the idea of, what if I went to a place where I could camp, hike, canoe, and motorcycle at the same time? Well, not at the same time, obviously, but, like, all of those things while I am there.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and concocting dumb ways to make that possible. Most of them end up with my wife driving the car with 2 kids in it, and she's like, no. Which is, reasonable under the circumstances.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if she really loved you.
Yeah, I think there's love and there's putting up with 2 elementary school age kids at the same time in a car for 6 hours love, and I don't know a lot of people with that much love.
6 hours? Where were you thinking?
Teton sprung to mind.
Okay.
Good hiking, good canoeing, good.
Do you have a
camping.
canoe?
I do now.
Oh, okay. When'd you get
Chuck,
a canoe?
I need to tell you something. You know the carp.
Yeah.
The carp has come full circle. The carp is getting back to the carp's roots.
The carp found a canoe?
Yes, the carp. Well, so we rented a canoe in Canada, and I used to canoe all the time. I go out in a canoe for 2 weeks and camp out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can do that in the East, up in New York. But I couldn't figure out. I'm like, I don't really want to buy a canoe because I live in a fucking desert, right? I buy motorcycles instead of boats.
Okay.
And then we went up to Teton, and there's all these cool lakes up there, and the lakes are like, I don't know, a couple 100 feet apart. So if you know how to portage a canoe, it's like it's a no-brainer. It's about as hard as portaging it from the car to the fucking side of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, my God, we could be paddling on all of these and just freaking loving it. And the kids love riding in a canoe. So I'm like, my wife and I are looking at each other. We're like, we need a fucking canoe. So we found a place in town, which is a great store, Utah Whitewater, and they have a nice new Mad River canoe, which I'm like, oh, I love that. And then in the back of my head, there's a sound, like water swishing.
Yes.
And I thought I heard a voice say, "Oh."
I was confused when you said new.
Yeah, well, so it's I heard the gloomp. I heard the siren song of the gloomp, and I'm like, it's fall. In the same way you could buy cheap motorcycles in fall. I mean, this is carp season, right? Like it is the height of carp season.
It is.
It turns out boats work the same way. Somebody doesn't want that canoe anymore that they bought. So I go online and I poke around and I find this canoe, and it's like, it's too good to be true, too good a deal. I'm like, this is going to be a fucking scam. I call. It's an old guy who used this canoe with his kids, and his kids have all moved out of the house. It's like, I don't freaking need a canoe this big anymore. I'm like, oh my God, I want it. He's like, well, there's one person in line in front of you. And I'm like, oh. And he's like, but she didn't send her deposit yet, and I want this to go to somebody who's going to use it with their kids, so fuck it, it's yours. I'm like, so I hauled ass down to his place, and picked up the canoe, and just carped my way right out of there. So,
well,
the carp is still going strong.
Nice. Is it too late in the year to go canoeing?
No, shit, no.
Nice.
No, we were out just a couple days ago. Only downside now is you got to be kind of fucking careful where you go because duck season's about to start. So a lot of like the really fun marshy, see the animals kind of places.
Yeah.
You get there and there's a bunch of yahoos, blasting away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They see a canoe. I mean, ducks are in canoes.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Those ducks are sneaky.
Oh, yeah, it's very sneaky.
The trick, I'm told, is what you do is you convince them it's rabbit season.
That's going back.
Yes, it is.
That's going way back.
Younger listeners are like, I don't get it. The older ones are all falling out of their chairs.
Zach is sitting in the back of his pickup truck with his box of parts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what they just said.
What did they say? I don't get it.
That's weird.
Strange.
We've actually picked up like a couple people.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, it's duck season and/or rabbit season, but as I mentioned though, Chuck, man, oh man, it is carp season. Holy shit, is it ever carp season?
Yes, we have some classifieds.
We do. This one sounds particularly exciting. A 2005 Harley Road King Classic for $8,500, which is possibly a little steep, but not awful. It's maroon metallic and colored white wall tires, black saddlebags, Sundowner C rock backrest. Fully loaded. Only 22,000 miles.
Uh-huh.
Now, as I'm looking at the picture of this Harley, which is maroon,
uh-huh,
allow me to make an observation.
Sure.
This looks substantially less like a Harley that is maroon, and substantially more like a black utility trailer.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what's great about it?
What's that?
This ad has 3 pictures attached.
Yes. All of them
are of this trailer.
This trailer. I think perhaps our little friend is confused. Possibly older, and possibly, and I'm making a hasty generalization here. Possibly not good at computers.
I'm gonna have faith in this gentleman or gentlewoman, gentlewoman, gentle person. I'm gonna have faith in this individual, and I'm gonna say that the motorcycle is obviously invisible.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There is some stuff in the MSF material about how hard motorcycles are to see.
Yeah, and
so if you had a Harley parked on this trailer, which would hold a Harley, it might be hard to see there.
We just can't see it. Yeah, it's
right.
just yeah.
Looking right through it.
We're
Okay.
I'm too busy on my phone, obviously.
Yeah, well, I've had a few drinks, so obviously
we can't see this.
No, I can't see it at all. This is what car drivers live like, isn't it?
This is what car driving is like. Yep, we're just staring right at it,
directly at the motorcycle on this trailer, and we cannot see it.
And right when we get up to it, it's just gonna pop out of nowhere.
Right, and we're just gonna hit it and fall over. And
it's like he just came out of nowhere.
I was just looking at this trailer, and I figured I could jump the trailer, but there was this fucking motorcycle up there.
As one does.
Well, are you gonna go around it
to their backyard?
God, no, you jump the trailer. You always jump the trailer. Video games taught you nothing.
One of our listeners says his wife told him to sell it, and he's trying really hard not to.
Ah, that's also a possibility.
But yeah, so there you go, $8,500 for an invisible Harley.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly.
Yeah. I think that one deserves a screenshot up on the page, just because the visual really brings it all together.
It does. I am showing the image to the stream, so yeah.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Good. Well, there it is. There's your Harley. It's a sneaky one.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's what you're into.
Yep. Next up is this Honda Goldwing.
Ooh.
It's a 94 15.
Oh my God.
I picked this out because I know it would appeal to you.
Yeah, well, there's a couple things I like about it. Number one is that it looks it's in pretty freaking good shape. The second thing is it's in this weird ass aqua green color.
Yeah. Is that teal?
Exactly this color. Yeah. Yeah, my Subaru was exactly this color.
Let's see. He says it's a 94 Honda Goldwing 1500 GL. Runs excellent. No mechanical issues. Tires are almost new. Battery new. It does have a broken panel, and the seat could use a recovering. See photos.
Call that a fair assessment.
I'm selling this bike for my dad, who has loved it. It's just become too much bike for him as he's gotten older, unfortunately. But I saw this, and I was like, oh yeah, this is Todd all over it.
Yep. This is $3,000, I will say, for a bike this old is maybe stretching. And I haven't looked at the value of Goldwings, but I don't know. It's got all the things, that's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm. It looks fancy.
Other than the one side panel, it definitely does not have the side panel. That is conspicuously absent.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's a hole of no small note in the side there. And the seat appears to be duct taped.
I need to put this picture up. The stream must see.
The stream needs to see the hole in the side of the Goldwing.
Yeah. So let's show the panel we're talking about here.
If you prefer, we could call it the Holdwing.
There we go. Everyone will be able to see it now.
So one of the reasons I'm always fascinated by these old touring bikes like this is, and I don't know if anybody knows this about me, but I'm a cheap bastard and I like to buy old shitty things.
The hell you say?
I know, it's shocking news. It's really, I'm a bargain hunter. I give up. It's true. Okay. But anyway, one of the things that I do that with is cars. And one of the things about old cars, old luxury cars are fucking amazing. Because you buy an old luxury car, and it's a car that has modern features because only the luxury cars had them at the time the car was built. So you have heated seats, and electric windows, and all that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But then it's dirt cheap, and it costs very little to fix. So like old Saabs, which don't cost a lot to fix, but are constantly needing to be fixed. Like the old like Grandpa Lincoln cars.
Right. Yeah. See, that's what I thought of first was the because obviously you want to feel like a pimp.
Why drive when you can sail? But this Goldwing feels like that to me, right? This is the old luxury car, and you're like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this is like an old Lincoln Hoopty. Interesting. It's got is that the 5-body or the 6-body trunk?
I can easily see you on an old '90s Goldwing at some point in the future.
Yeah, it's not outside the realm of possibility at all. Because you get this one, and you could do one of the things. You could ride it into the ground, but frankly, it's never gonna ride into the ground unless you really mistreat it.
Like,
or you sell it for what you bought it for.
Miss a panel.
Yeah. Here and there between friends.
This is the kind of bike I could see you when you get off of. There's going to be an impression of your body in the seat.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, that's what this bike is made for, right? I mean, it's got the driver's backrest, like the high driver's backrest.
Oh yeah, like a freaking car driving seat.
It's a damn chair, man.
Yeah.
This is a bike you get on, and you're like, where are you going? Anywhere, really? I mean,
fucking
maybe
Barca lounger.
Maybe not down a dirt road, but otherwise, pretty much wherever.
Well, no, he could go down the dirt road. He just won't be drinking his martini while doing so.
That's true. You'd spill it. Wouldn't you?
You'll have your drink in the cocktail shaker during the off-road portion of the trip.
Sure. Well, and they tell you you're supposed to. I guess you're supposed to purge the boiler on the espresso maker before you hit dirt roads.
Oh yeah, okay.
It seems like a pain in the ass to me, but I guess it's a safety thing.
Well, you know, on the newer Honda Goldwings with the top-of-the-line options, the barista is included.
Oh.
So
okay.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about it.
Okay. Now that's interesting. That's a feature that seems to me like it's worth the premium.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait. Well, back up. Does the barista have like piercings in their face or visible tattoos?
Well, it is the gig economy, so obviously, yes.
Okay, all right, we're good. Never trust coffee from somebody who has neither of those things.
And she will roll her eyes at you.
Oh, thank God. Sign me up.
She will judge all of your choices for coffee.
I want the biggest goddamn coffee you have. Okay, what do you want in it? Black, please.
Coffee.
You get more coffee in the cup.
What do you want in it?
Fill it until the surface tension is like making it round on top.
Coffee, couple cigarette butts. The profound disappointment of my father. So at number 3.
Yeah, exactly. That's the number 3. We'll get that right after you, sir. Yeah, this is a tempting one. There was a where was I? I was up in the middle of nowhere going canoeing this weekend, and there was an immaculate fucking one of these that was a red one, on the side of the road. It was like shiny.
Was it for sale?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember like what was it last year when we were doing the town name thing with the other podcasters?
Yeah.
I came across that one with a trailer that was for sale, and it was immaculate and
Yep.
just parked on the side of the road with a big for sale sign.
Yeah.
Do Honda Goldwing riders just troll the roads?
I don't know. That's the part that really just. I think some of it, honestly, is the Goldwings of a certain age who is selling them, and some of it I think is probably that they don't really want to sell it. So they like put it like half-assedly near the road with a sign on.
Post an ad with a picture of a trailer.
Yeah, right. The usual tricks, if you will.
I'm kind of envisioning now that they put them on the side of the roads because they know that's where the RVs are going to pass. Mm-hmm. And that dude in the RV is just going to look at it as he goes by, and he hears the screaming in the back from the grandkids and the TV and the little stereo and stuff. And he's going to see that bike and just be like, "Oh, that would be so much better."
He's like, I'm out of here.
He's not even going to bother to slow down. He's just going to throw open the driver's side door, tuck and roll.
Break his hip.
Yeah,
But thankfully, the Goldwing has a backrest, so.
yeah, it'll be just fine. He just has to pull himself to the bike and climb on.
He's good. He's got reverse. I mean, no big deal.
Venmo some money, and he's good.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
All right. Let's
Moving on to a slightly less cush one.
Okay.
This is a 1972 CB350 K4. Fun little project bike. Bought it several years and worked on it here and there, just not in the parts that make it run. 2007 Suzuki Gixxer 750 front fork and brake conversion. That is a pretty nice fucking front end. Cognito Moto front hub disc brake conversion. Rix regulator rectifier upgrade. New chain tires, bars, sparks and wires, hand controls, and lots of other new parts. Project bike. Runs rough, needs air fuel adjustments, has small oil leak. No title, but can do bill of sale. Are you fucking shitting me?
Not stolen.
No, that's the thing. It's not. I mean, like
clearly it's
the amount of money dumped into this for the front end and like the regulator rectifier. Like that's all shit you do to make a bike run well, and then you don't clean the fucking carbs. What the fuck?
It's weird looking at the picture of this bike because it's almost like it's two pictures of two completely different bikes laid on top of each other with the shitty bike on top, and then they just kind of scratched off the front end section.
Yeah. It's bizarre for sure, but I'm just flabbergasted that they put all that effort into it, and they didn't go the last fucking little bit.
What all did they do to it? Maybe they were planning on a motor swap?
Not with the regulator rectifier changed out. That's inside the bottom end of the motor. Chain, tires, bars, sparks and wires, hand controls, lots of other. If you clean the carbs on this thing, it'll probably run like fucking gangbusters. I don't get it. I mean, it could be that he did clean the carbs. Actually, as I'm looking at it, so if you look at the breather on these. This has got one of those little cone breathers that's supposed to make it, like hop it up for that, blah, 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 fucking blah.
Yes.
Those are a bitch to tune.
Oh, okay.
Because they suck so much fucking air. And by the way, that means they suck a lot of dirt into your engine, if you're curious. They're not as bad as the pod filters, but those are kind of a bitch to tune. Even the Dale Walkers of the world are like, you might not want to do this. It's kind of a bitch to tune. And when Dale Walker says that, you're like, okay, all right, yeah, this is probably actually really a bitch to tune.
This is a bad idea.
This is possibly not a good idea.
Huh?
The man who makes 300 horsepower bandits.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. So it's a peculiar one. I mean, because there's a lot of money and love and time poured into this thing.
Yeah, so this was a true project. This wasn't just a quote-unquote project.
Yeah, it wasn't a shit pile bike that they bought and poked out occasionally with a screwdriver. I'm baffled. It's so weird.
Maybe he's discovered it is, in fact, stolen.
Could be. That's why he doesn't have the title. He went and, shredded the title. Ground all the VINs off.
Hey, I can write you a receipt.
Well, in fairness, his VINs will be... he'll have matching VINs. Same frame, same motor.
He should have matching VINs.
Yeah, that's true. There is no logical, legal reason for this bike.
Yeah.
Just saying. Here's a bill of sale. You can go and get the title. That's indeed possible, yes. Oh, and look at the bike on the trailer behind it. That thing's gorgeous.
Oh, that's a Harley, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a really nice Harley on the trailer behind it.
Oh, yeah.
Only really discerning, smart, wise people can see that Harley, though.
Yeah, that is a sweet looking Road King.
A beautiful Road King on that trailer behind it.
Oh man,
just the best.
See, now maybe we could make an offer on that Road King.
Yeah.
Be like, hey,
go for it.
Yeah, he might.
Time to go to Weirdsville.
Let's see. This one is a A 1992 Suzuki GSX 1100F Katana.
Ooh.
And he wrote a story.
Did he?
He wrote a long story. He's asking $875. Says it has a clean title. And then he wrote a long story. He says he's done $2,000 worth of work and upgrades. Mm-hmm. Does not run. Suspects stator or starter. I don't know what the stator is, but if you know mechanical things, I'm sure you do. He bought the bike in August of 2017 from a local guy who was riding it home from the supermarket when it rained and stopped running. Mm-hmm. Couldn't get it restarted, rolled it home, and parked it. It fell on its side while parked. And then the HOA told him he had to get rid of it.
What?
Wait, I feel bad paraphrasing this. I need to actually read this whole part.
I think you need to. You just need to just give it to him, Chuck.
Here we go. She's a badass looking beauty with $2,000 of relatively new work and upgrades, but currently in need of something. I suspect a stator or a starter.
Well, there's an easy way to tell that. Never mind.
I have no idea what the stator does, but if you know mechanical things, I'm sure you do, my guy.
Electricity.
I bought the bike in August of 2017 from a local guy who was riding it home from the supermarket when it started to rain and it stopped running. He couldn't get it restarted, so he rolled it home and parked it. It fell on its side once while parked. I didn't ask how. And after a couple months, the HOA where he lived said he could not keep a non-running vehicle parked there, and he sold it to me.
Wow.
I figured a local mechanic could get on it, but there are no motorcycle mechanics in Park City. Just a lot of rich guys with $30,000 BMWs and Harleys.
That's not inaccurate.
I'm not one of those guys, so I decided to take it on myself. Bought a multimeter and learned how to use it from some hot gal with big boobs on YouTube. And I diagnosed that it had a bad relay, so I ordered a new one. And it seemed as though it wanted to start, but not quite. Not quite. I spent another night on YouTube with the big boob girl, thinking I could figure it out, and it seemed like the next step is to check the stator or starter. And that's where I stopped. And then the battery's gone out, and I lost interest. Possibly it's an ignition or loose or bad wire or maybe a crease. I don't know.
No, they definitely do not know.
I just don't know enough about mechanical stuff to justify the learning curve, so I'm going to let it go. That and my main get around is a 2011 KLR 650, which I'm plenty happy. This is why he bought a shitbag bike.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because he saw this and he was like, wow, that looks shiny. I don't know how to value it, but there are a few bikes I see on KSL, running or not, that go for less than $1,500. So starting here at $875, and we'll see how it goes. Selling as is, and I'm open to trades. So make a list of what you have in mind, and I'll let you know. But I'm not looking for junk cars or your ex-wife. I do need some front end work on my '99 Tahoe, and some tree trimming. But you must have insurance because I don't want the liability. I also have 2 bathroom showers I want to retile and potentially firearms. Here's a list of the work. Engine rebuilt at 32,000 miles, new cylinders, etc. Okay. Odometer reads 548 miles, so that's probably accurate. I can put you in touch with the former owner. Solenoid under seat is new. Bike has new wiring from solenoid to battery with relays from handlebars. Also done clean carb, new air carbs, fuel filter, newer brakes and tires, new LED lights, new front oil cooler, fuel tank, fuel tubes under tank new. Clutch was a little leak. I don't know. Bike was stripped down, sandblasted, powder coated. Seat hinge is custom. Clear title in hand.
Oi, Gewalt.
And
what the fuck?
And then and then this thing.
I
Just drink that in. That is.
Why? I don't. No. The funny part is why? Like there is something vaguely resembling a sort of fun-looking bike here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been built into uselessness.
I mean, I like katanas. Katanas are cool.
Yeah, it's a fine bike, good engine, but yes, the stator almost always goes out, which causes it to not charge its battery. Which is yes, they do that. They all do that. Oh my God, there's so. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah. Just
start. Our guy not know anything about fixing engines. Is that allowed? Is that legal?
I didn't know there were KLR guys that weren't making. Maybe he hasn't owned it for very long.
Or maybe he's a Park City guy with a KLR, and he's like, I bought a KLR because it's adventure-y.
Maybe I don't know.
I am baffled.
Maybe his just runs without any. Maybe he doesn't take it off road.
Maybe he takes it to the shop.
Back and forth from the shop.
Fix my KLR.
Maybe he's fancy enough to have igloo coolers instead of just styrofoam.
Oh, like plastic ones? With
Yeah,
the plastic.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's fucking fancy.
A little drain spout at the bottom. Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
He's living in Park City, man.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Could be. I don't know. But yeah, this one and the other one. You buy these project bikes and you dump all this time into the project and you don't go the last mile.
Yeah. I don't know why you would.
Like, it doesn't start. Here's a wild fucking idea. Maybe the first thing you do is make sure it runs, because a bike that doesn't run is not a bike.
What is it, Todd?
It's lawn art. Yeah, I'm baffled. I got all this wiring done and I got this done and it doesn't fucking run. Like literally, you didn't start with it fucking runs. The most basic thing.
When I was reading his story the first time through, I immediately had this visual image in my mind of a katana broke down on the side of the road in the rain, and this guy in his car leaning out saying, "How much?" No, really. How much? And that's how he bought it. Just right there on the side of the road while the guy was...
This was... I don't think this was one... Now, there's a couple actual possibilities I can see. He mentions he needs this 99 Chevy Tahoe and he rides around in a KLR. So the other possibility for a Park City denizen here is this is a ski bum. And this is... Now, granted, he's got a 99 Tahoe, so this is like a high-end ski bum. This is like the head ski instructor.
He's doing well for himself.
Yeah, he's the head ski instructor. He's got a KLR and a 90s Chevy shit pile. So he got this thing thinking, I can finally get a cool sport bike. And he just didn't really think it through very well.
I can finally get a cool sport bike with this 92 katana.
You gotta, when you're living on a ski bum salary, you gotta set the expectations a little, just, I gotta be honest, because when I was on a ski bum salary, I bought, if we're being honest, pretty much this bike, but a little different.
The Purple Rain?
Yeah, Purple Rain. Purple Rain was an 81 GSX 750L, which is this bike's like father, basically.
Right.
Yeah, and I was on a ski bum salary, and I was like, I could kind of get a cool motorcycle, and I bought Purple Rain instead.
Yay for you.
As needs must.
Yeah, but you didn't do this.
Well, no. First thing I did was make sure it fucking ran.
Yeah. Well, that was probably part of his negotiating tactic.
Oh, okay.
Your bike doesn't run, so
Now, in fairness, if it's me or someone who knows how to make a bike run, that can be a very useful negotiating tactic. I think what they failed to figure on is if you don't know how to make a bike run and you buy a non-running bike, well, that could be a problem.
He was hoping for, a mechanic to show up.
Yeah, like a mechanic would just miraculously like, I'm here.
Isn't that how it works?
I don't know.
You always make that sound when you show up at my house.
That's true. I do make that noise when I show up. I tried to help Claire with his taillight. That didn't go well.
With a taillight?
Yeah, his taillight isn't hit. So he's like, yeah, I don't think my brake light's working. I'm like, okay, how long's that been going on for? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, there you go, dude. So he's been riding around with no fucking brake lights for a while.
Since at least the cop noticed.
Yeah, right.
Isn't he the T-Locks guy?
Yeah, well,
Is that what happens in the time of coronavirus? Even Claire has just.
Even Claire's just given up.
Yeah, he's like, whatever,
Fuck it, it started. It's good enough. Screw it. They don't even know when I'm stopping.
It'll live.
Yeah. Yep. I went over and I took a look at it. And I'm like, yeah, I think the light's fucked. You're gonna have to replace it. And two of us are standing there. We're looking at the back end of his bike and the way his ER's back end is.
Yeah.
That light is buried under plastic. It's not like a bulb either. It's a whole like LED cluster that's like basically the entire ass of the bike.
Oh no.
And it's fucking buried in plastic.
Oh no.
He's gonna have to take the entire back end of the bike apart to get it out.
Oh no. So, are you gonna help him with that?
Nope. No, sir, I am not. Thank you for asking. Your concern is noted. My reflectors popped off on the Vespa. I have to spend this weekend getting it back on.
Gotcha. I see.
I have to be literally anywhere else. Sorry. Yeah, I feel for him. At the same time, I'm like, well... As we're looking at it, too...
I gotta go, bye!
Well, the wires don't match the color in the manual. And I'm looking at it, I'm looking more at it, and I'm like, it doesn't fit perfectly, does it? And we're coming to this realization that, like, this taillight is not just like a stock taillight that has gone out. This taillight has all the smells of, like, someone's cousin installed this taillight.
Oh, no.
Yes.
This is not the original taillight.
I do not think so, no.
Oh.
It was at that point that things got ugly.
It was at that point you looked at your phone and you're like, oh, I gotta go.
That's me. I jump back on the scooter and take off.
I got that thing.
I jumped on the scooter and tried to peel it out, and the scooter's like, what do you think you're on? I'm like, oh, sorry.
The scooter's like, you're like, I could do this.
Oh, 0 to 40, that thing's plenty fast.
Sure.
40 to 60, it'll get there.
Just the spinning out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that didn't work at all.
Yeah.
The only way to make that scooter spin out is what you do is you put it on the center stand, and then you sit on the back seat and then rev the engine. The only downside is if it pushes itself off the center stand, then you immediately are blasting off down the road.
Right.
So,
as you do.
Mm-hmm.
So what did he say? How much he wanted for this? 850.
875.
875.
Never, ever pay more than like $500 for a non-running bike, folks.
And he's got like 11. He took pictures of this thing from every angle.
Oh yeah, he's in love with it. It's so red. Look at how cool it is.
Well, he did spend money to have it powder coated.
Yep. Here's the fun part though. He spent money to have it powder coated, and the actual tail is dinged up. I'm like, yep, that's fucking cool. There is visible gas cheese built up on the carb, on the actual air piece for the carbs, which means they're spitting. Oh my goodness.
What is that tail end? That's not.
No, it's not stock.
That's not stock. What is that?
It's extra cool, Chuck. It's quasi-futuristic.
Is it made out of like the same kind of stuff they make buoys out of?
No. It's clearly made out of one of those pretzel containers with the peanut butter pretzels from Costco. God, I love those.
Half of one of those, and
yeah, it's half of one of those.
do you think there's pretzels still in it, like emergency food?
I don't know. That might actually increase the value.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's just. Oh, why though? No.
It's the same thing. I had a project and I put like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into the project, and then didn't finish. I just like stopped.
What do you think his final vision was going to be?
I don't know. A bike that ran.
Oh no, he had a vision in mind. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done the tail like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming he was trying to make like something like long, and I don't even begin to know.
He's got the light bars that are.
Those are okay. Those are eBay like Jeep light bars that are like the lowest form of life if you want lights for your bike.
Sure, but no.
Yeah,
Wow.
No. And I say this as a man with eBay lights that are smaller than my horns, but
no.
That's a firm no.
Yeah, that is no. Oh my gosh. So our bit rate for the entire hour has been pretty consistent, whether we had video running or not.
Okay, well, good to know.
Yeah. So we might we'll have to like get another guest on, a test guest to try that again. Yeah.
Sounds sensible.
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, so Chuck, I got a question I gotta ask you though. Honest thought. Am I gonna get the fuel or not? What do you think?
Not this year.
No, I think that's a foregone conclusion. Not this year.
Ever get it? I think so. I think you'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm figuring not this year, and I'm like, I think it's gonna come at all.
I don't think you'll get it this year, and I think they'll crank out at least to your number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somewhere in that vicinity, some nice round like 15, 20 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
Then who knows?
Then yeah, I don't know how long the company will be around to support it.
Yeah, that's my other worry. I'm living with fear in my heart right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I would have been too bothered by it because like it's not like I need it right now. But when I was teaching, I ran into Jason, and Jason's like,
what's up with that?
Where's your fuel? I was like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. It's a sore subject. I was expecting to have it by now. The truck was going to pull up, and Eric was going to get out.
Eric was going to get out.
Yeah, he's going to get out of the truck. He's going to pull the bike out. We're going to high five, and I was going to, like ride the.
You were going to high five.
Yeah.
When he got out of the truck.
Yeah.
With your fuel.
Yeah.
And then you guys were going to ride together? Because he would have brought his fuel.
Right, of course.
Yeah. Because you guys would have been best friends.
Yeah.
Um,
had a whole thing.
Right.
You know.
No.
Actually, my nightmare for it is this. My nightmare is they would have been like, well, we have to send it to a dealer in town, and there's this dealer in town who sells a couple of the high-end brands, and I would have been like, no. And they'd be like, yeah, they're pretty close to your house, too. They're just in a no. I think they sell BMW. No! And they're going to put it together for you. No! Send me a box of parts. Anything but those assholes.
Yeah.
They say they can get you on the schedule this month.
I bet they can.
Totally hook your brakes up correctly.
See, this guy is right. As long as I don't try to purchase something from Fuel, you should be able to get yours.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true. That will take the sting off.
Yeah, as long as that doesn't happen, then you should be okay.
Yeah. All right. To be clear, you're not even allowed to like buy a fucking hat. Okay.
I'm staying away. I'm not even like going for a sticker. Nothing.
Good. Okay. I feel a lot better about that.
Do you have Apple TV?
I don't. No.
Okay. I don't either.
So I haven't watched Long Way Up. One of my students was talking about it. He's like, it's cool, but it feels like the electric bikes aren't quite ready for that.
Yeah, that seemed a little. I'm curious to watch it for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I that's a part I'm interested in too. Is the fact, yeah, they're probably not,
yeah,
ready for it. But that's the point, isn't it?
I'm like, I wonder how much artificial support they had to get.
Yeah,
I've heard in interviews that they said they didn't have to do a lot, but
yeah,
I think they still had like a battery truck with them or something.
They had a battery truck and like a diesel generator and the whole bit, which and then you're running the diesel generator. It's like, well, doesn't that never mind.
I'm sure they were just like waiting until after dark, and they would sneak into like some farm factory or something and cut some electrical wires from the pole outside. Wire it in.
I'm just imagining they're like every other asshole in the world with a generator, and they're like, well, somebody must be putting their kids to sleep.
But it's Mexico, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, who would notice? How far up did they go? I don't even remember what their route was.
I think they just went like to California. One of us is going to have to shell out for Apple TV so we can watch this thing.
Yeah. I have to get it.
They don't want to, but...
Yeah, me neither. I have enough streaming services.
Yeah, I have enough streaming services, and what if I want to sit on a few $100 in case like shitty Katana shows up.
In case your fuel shows up.
Yes, or in case the fuel shows up, and they're like, "Yeah, you need to get a loan right now." I'm gonna be ready. I've held strong, and honestly, the pandemic has made it easier to hold strong.
Yep.
What the fuck do I need? So we'll see. I'm hanging in.
Well, all right. Then let's just ask the question. What have you learned, Todd?
I've learned that sometimes it's easier to hold strong if you just don't have anything to be tempted by. And also that the carp is weak. What have you learned, Chuck?
Harleys are invisible.
Invisible. Right from the factory.
Yep.
That's why you need loud pipes.
Oh, yeah, that's why you do. Yeah. It all makes sense now.
That's all we got time for this week. Until next time, I'm Todd.
And I'm Chuck.
Ride safe, everyone.
We'll see you next time. You can contact us at wheelnerds@gmail.com or leave us a message at area code 801-917-4136.
Record an intro for our show of you and your bike, and maybe it'll be on a future show.
Stickers and other merchandise is available at our website, www.wheelnerds.com.
If you use iTunes or Stitcher, please leave a review for us. Hell, write our URL on bathroom walls if it helps.
If you like this podcast, you can find more like it at wheelnerds.com. This has been a Wheel Nerds production, all rights reserved. Readings from other sources are the property of their respective owners and are used with satirical intent.